It's Terrific Tuesday for me. I call it a Terrific Tuesday. And you're welcome to another Terrific Tuesday on Voice of the People. 90.3 FM here in Lagos. Rahim is my name. It's another time for us to get together again and, discourse things, personal things, but of course, specifically, we're talking about relationship. And anything can actually fly in on the table. We can talk and discuss any other thing, but for sure, it's about relationship. That's what we got up in here for you. Okay, so today is pretty much awesome to know that that you're still alive. You have your day, you have your ups and downs, but you're still moving forward. It's pretty much that even though you work like a jockey, I mean, it's not going to be good for you to not have a good time. You should be able to have the time for you to unwind once in a while. Okay, so I mean, you know what I say. If you're always working and you don't have time to unwind, and definitely that's to unwind. Oh my God! So I mean, it's a lovely Tuesday, and I know that you know what I'm talking about is lovely. But if it's not, if you had a bad day, just lean on me. When you're in troubles, you know what you can do. I mean, I tell people a lot of times that when you're having issues or you're in trouble, the only way to calm yourself down is not about drinking beer or liquor. Some people, it does for them. But I'll tell you the truth. What you need to do is just to, use your inner strength and control it. Your willpower is very important. Everything you do in life. People might not know about it, but you are strong. You should be able to, And they say God's time is the best. Whatever time that you feel that is the best for you to start working on your inner strength, go ahead and do it. So, I mean, for me, no need for, getting into something that can drag you into the more problems you're having. It's very simple. Use your inner strength, battle it. Use the bad situation, move forward. Use the bad situation, channel it to something good. We've been talking about politics. We've been talking about the situation of a nation. We've been talking about complaining, shouting. Well, have we ever thought of looking into our own selves and know how our family is doing? Have you ever thought of, your wife, your fiance, or somebody close to you? I mean, it could be anybody. Have you ever thought of, you having a good conversation with them? Ask them something you've never asked them before. Or maybe you take them out, do something different. Have you ever, thought that some person in your family that you don't really get along with, have you ever thought of giving them a chance for them to, reconnect with you? It's awesome. Pretty much awesome if you do that. So, my advice is go and connect. Do something that you've not been doing lately. Because I tell you the truth, I had a vision. I had a dream that someday there's going to be a problem that you will, if you don't get yourself together and know what you need to know when that time comes, it could be good, it could be bad. How do you solve the problem when you're not prepared for it? So you got to be prepared all the time. Change your ways of doing things, okay? Because some changes is going to happen very soon, and it's not just in Nigeria. It's going to happen in the world. So you have to change the way you do things. Change your pattern. Change the way you see things. The way you are. Change your prospects. Prepare yourself for anything, because some things going to happen. It might be bad, it might be good, who knows? The world is like that. It's yin yang, bad and the good. You're always gonna, you know what I say, the bad always make people get better, But if the bad comes and you can't stand it and you fall on the wayside, that means you have little strength. That's what God says. Preach it, Raheem. Preach. Look, sometimes I hate it when I'm actually doing this pep talk. Because there's too much of confusion in the world. And so pep talk sometimes is real good. So just get yourself prepared. Change the way you do things. Get along and do things that you've never done before for a long time. Sometimes I tell myself you're hilarious, but it's just a couple of people who understand that. And for those who understand, may God bless you and lift you up. Okay, so welcome once again. In a time like this when crazy things are going on, you got to be thanking God. And, we got to report, I know that a lot of you that lives in the northern area, and not just the northern area, but I think it is the tremor stuff that we heard that took place has been, the thing has, believe it or not, tremor. Let's say it's national disaster. When someone say the flood is a national, what did he say? Is it a national disaster? No. He say he's a natural. Oh, okay, I got it. He says a natural disaster. The real natural disaster is the one that comes unannounced. Tremor, earthquakes, volcanoes eruptions, and they are always around the rocks area. And they got a lot of rocks around within the Abuja axis. So the tremor that happened, for me, I don't know, but that tremor, only God knows what if that is a tremor or something. I don't know. But so we got to be thanking God that other countries had all this crazy stuff, and we don't really have natural disasters. We got to be thanking God for that. So if there is a tremor a lot, federal government to go and check it to know if we are safe or not. Okay, so the tremor or no tremor, we should be thinking that. And actually, people are panicking, and they said the tremor actually has continued since last week, right? They said it continued since last week, and someone who happened to be, he said his name is Ebenezer Adebisi. He's actually the chairman of the Mpape Hills Landlord Association. One who actually told, I got to hear that he told a newsman that today that the resident of Abuja had been experiencing vibration since on Thursday, September 12th. Vibration. And for some people that don't know, this has happened some time ago. Important for Nigerians to know the situation. There is a tremor. There is a shaking of the hills of the earth. So they're calling also another just Nigerian government, the geological agency, to come and rescue the resident of Abuja resident. For those of you that are in Abuja watching right now, if anything like that happened, so if you don't know what that means, tremor is like, tremor is what happens when there's supposed to be an earthquake. We got a lot of different views when it comes to tremor. So is the earth, when the earth is shaking, when the earth shake like quakes, and tremor is an involuntary movement of the earth surface that is actually caused by, I don't know what, could be stress of the earth. And when you've taken so much out of the ground, that can happen. The earth will be stressed. I think it was the outbase of the main central area in Abuja. People who live outside the main center of Abuja. Abuja is a beautiful place. Everywhere now including Guarimpa. This area is about Timpape, Boare area, and it's a beautiful place too. I mean, there's no area in Abuja that is not fine. The whole place is cool. I mean, these are places 20 years ago that are not looking too good like that. But right now, the whole place. I mean, you know, every place is a standard. Looks like a world class city. Abuja is doing great. So, and then tremor can be felt by people there affected area, causing minor concerns such as it actually breaks windows, rattling, objects swaying, or subtle sensation of ground movement that can actually sway even a house that is not strong. And I know that the houses in Abuja they're building now is very strong. I'm not comparing Lagos, but I know that there's some people who wants to make money and they get some, anyhow materials, you know what I mean, to build the houses. If it were to happen in a place where the houses are not really, maybe some story buildings are not really built with, the concrete or profile materials, it would definitely collapse such houses. And, well, who knows? We're going to get more of this gist because I'm just seeing it. And I was shocked when I said it, but do not be shocked because this earth tremor thing has been going on in Nigeria. I just thought I should just give you this information before we start the show. And, in records, I heard that records have shown that earth tremors, we have minor earthquakes, which is the earth tremors, have occurred in Nigeria from, I think, 1933 to 2026. I mean, to 1933 to 2016. And I also heard that Nigeria experienced tremors at that particular year, 1933. Nigeria also experienced tremor at 1939. Nigeria also experienced tremor in 1964, 1984, and 1985 in Komba Yaya. In 1987, it happened in Akko near Gombe. I also heard that in 1990 and 1994 and 1997 to 2006, 2009, and of course 2016 it happened. So I also heard that most of these occurrences were not instrumentally recorded because there were no functional seismological observatories in this particular country in Nigeria at the time. All right, so there was nothing to be recorded. I wonder. Anyway, at that time, possibly, with 2016, it should be there. All right, so there was none of these observatories. It's called the seismological observatories in Nigeria, but those of the year 1984 at Ijebu-Ode, in 1990 at Ibadan, and in 2000 at Joshikwari was recorded, because now that we have this organization observing all that and taking it into record. Excuse me. So that's it. For those of you who are actually living in Abuja, who like to travel to Abuja, I said it. Wherever you do, just be careful. Wherever you are, just be careful. Anything can happen at any time, and this country might be like some of those things. Who knows? God just help us that we're not like some developed countries and some other countries that is not even developed, or let's say developed and developing countries. Both experience a lot of natural disasters. The flood in the north that just happened because of the dam was our problem, our fault. I don't think that's a natural disaster. That's not the real deal. That's a fault of the government. And the fault of the government. They know what you're doing. They do politics with everything. And look, the people are suffering. Anyway, let's go into. I thought I should just let you guys know. Welcome on board. It's getting close to the hour 10. It's a nighttime show. Rahim is my name. And welcome. Terrific Tuesday is what I call this day. And what we do today is to talk about relationship. We talk about social things, as a matter of fact. And today we want to talk about something. All right. It's a question I'm asking. I feel that I should be able to ask this question for those who want to get married. Yeah, I mean, this is a school. We're learning. And I want to learn from you. And also, you're going to learn from me. We do it together and we have this discussion together. So what are we talking about today is what impact does a significant age gap have on a partnership? That's what we're going to be talking about today. If you don't have it, you don't have it. If you have something to say, then you're going to be my friend tonight. And so let's just follow me, okay? Let's learn. Let's do things together. Let's discuss. You know what I mean? She'll love. She'll love. So once again, we're talking about what impact does a significant age gap have on a relationship or partnership. Okay? Does age gap has any impact in any relationship? I already know a lot of stuff that you would say, but I want to hear it. I love to talk. And I know that you're always going to, count to me. Come up with some real good stuff that we're going to have that discussions here tonight. Okay? So get ready. But today, before we get into the topic of today, I just want to let you guys know the World Patient Safety Day is today. And the World Organization is actually bringing this up. 17th September is the World Patient Safety Day. Patients have to be in a safe place. I mean, those of you that don't like to acknowledge anything, okay, and as well. Today is that day anyway. So World Patient Safety Day calls for a global solidarity, and of course concerned action by all countries and international partners to improve patient safety. These days, nobody cares about patient safety. So the day brings together patients, families, caregivers. It brings communities together and also health workers, health care givers, leaders, policymakers, politicians to show their commitment to the patient's safety. Why am I even saying this? I'm saying this because, in this part of the world, I'm not going to lie. By my own feasibility studies and research, I figure out that a lot of people do not care about anyone else but themselves. The self-centeredness is actually higher than the damn water. So the resolution of the WHA 72.6 global action, that's what they call it, on patient safety, recognizes that patient safety as a global health priority and endorses the establishment of World Patient Safety Day to be observed every September 17. I'm moving faster. Okay. Every September 7 or 17, right? Today's 17, right? Good. So this day is observed, and there's a whole lot to be done on this particular day. Okay, World Patient Safety. Last year, it was about engaging patients for patient safety. This year, the theme is improving diagnosis for patient safety. So if you were a doctor, if you were a nurse, like I had to give a shout out to a particular one. I don't know if she's listening right now. Her name is, what's her name again? Nurse Pisquare. Okay, anybody who knows Nurse Pisquare, please give Nurse Pisquare a shout. Nurse Pisquare, shout out, because she's a good woman. She's married with some kids. Shout out to her and her husband and her kids. We want to have such people. And that's the reason people like that can't stay long in Nigeria because before you know what's happening, they're out of this country. They're going back down there. I mean, they go to Europe, they go to the UK, they go to America because they will be well taken care of there. What's going on with the doctors, with the caregivers? What's going on with, the community health workers? What's going on with the healthcare workers and healthcare leaders? They don't take care of them that much. So, because they're not taken care of well, these people just have to move out. All our best hands, you heard it. Somebody said that. I'm not going to say who said. All our best hands and that. Everybody knows about that. They're all traveling. They're going out. They're going out. And possibly, maybe I'm just really going to, re-strategize, and possibly getting to another full of the beautiful benefits and everything that you ever wanted before. Once you do it, you will definitely do it. You're always going to be in a place where you've been taken care of. I'm forced to say certain things, but I don't want to. You will be forced. It is crazy. You'll be forced. Oh well. It's enough said. All right. Okay, so shout out to everybody who's making this work. The World 17. So shout out to every caregiver, every nurse, every doctor, health caregivers, healthcare leaders, even the families and every person. As a matter of fact, not just talking about those who are actually the health professional, policymakers also coming together to be able to show their solidarity in recognizing patient safety as a global health priority and endorses establishment by the World Health Organization. And this individually try to help people around. I know in some states, some people just bring a little cash and they get some tools, they get some nurses and doctors, and they say, let's do a charity, and they come out there. It happens. Some organization do it. I saw it lately around my area. And, there's a free medical care for a lot of people, old, little kids, all that kind of stuff can have. Free medical care, free, education, schools, and to give the opportunity for a scholarship for people to go, school, get everything working out, and that's going to happen. Free education, free healthcare system, free. We have that. We can do it. All right, so shout out to all of you. Okay, so I'm going to take a break, and when I come back, we will be talking, as what I said before, it is no other than discussing about certain kind of relationship. In your relationship, there are things that are about to happen. But I'm asking a question today on Terrific Tuesday, this particular night. What impact does a significant age gap have on a partnership, on a relationship, on a marriage? That's why I use the word partnership to generalize it. Marriage, relationship, what kind of stuff you're in, whatever ship you're in. Just don't let this ship sink. What impact does a significant age gap have on a partnership or a relationship? Can you get married to somebody who's older than you? What are we looking at as an impact? Is it a negative or positive impact? Does it have any negative or positive impact in any age gap in relationship? Do you marry anybody? What do you think? Is it a bad thing? Is it that people get married to someone who's at the age 2 years older or younger? You get married to some older ladies, or man marrying younger. Which one, Seth? Let's talk. Okay, let's talk when we come back. Okay, the lines will be open. I'm Rahim, and I'll be right back. This is VOP 90.3 FM right here in Lagos, and I'll be right back after the commercial. right, so welcome back. I think it's best for us to start the show immediately because I have got time, and my man is up to something. So shout out to him. But look, let's start the show as soon as without much further ado. Okay, today is the topic, and as I said, and I will say it again: what impact does a significant age gap have? What impact? Is it a negative impact? Okay, impact. It'll be a possible impact. Why? Let me break it down. What kind? What kind of impact in such can happen? Is it a positive impact? Does it have any negative impact or an age gap in the relationship? So we're talking about an age gap. Age gap in a partnership. When I mean partnership, I mean relationship, marriage. Is there any significant impact? Is there any negative impact? Do you want to share with me? Do you also want to share to other people listening so they can be of, they can learn from some of you actually that are really the guru when it comes to this? What is your conception? What is your thoughts about this topic for tonight? What is your opinion? You got to be opinionated. Come bring it on. I'll be here to listen. Okay. Without wasting any time, I'll open a phone line so we can go ahead. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903, and then you want to call me on the WhatsApp, then you can do it on 081-71756-338. 081-71756-338. For those who might be listening for the first time, you have I can give you that opportunity to call in and let us know. Let me break it down for some reasons best known to moi. What do you see when it comes to age gap in the relationship? Is it bad? Is it a good thing that is there nothing wrong? You get married to somebody who's 10 years younger than you, 20 years younger than you. Both sides, woman, man, I want to hear from you because there's some trouble that we need to solve. Hello, what is your name, please?
My name is Evangelist Israel.
Evangelist. Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Evangelist, who again,
Yeah.
please? Let me get that your name.
Okay. My message is that marrying a younger girl in age difference places the man on a high risk of abandonment.
Really? How? How? Okay.
When a man marries a young girl and once he has any problem, the girl cannot cope and she will try to abandon the man and go away. But if you marry a woman of your age or little age below, by the time you spend substantial years with her, she will not consider to quit. So I don't pray that any man should marry a younger girl, a younger lady.
Okay.
That is my own take on it.
Okay. So if I may ask you, a 30 years old, 40 years old man should get married to what kind of age are we talking about? Look at the age now of a woman they should get married to.
A 40 years old man should get married to 28, 30, 35.
So that, do you know how the gap there? You see, there's also a gap there.
Yeah, there's not much gap. But once it is above 15 years, 20 years, is a danger.
Is a danger. Okay.
Danger. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Evangelist,
Okay.
thank you so much for calling. I appreciate your concern. I mean, your contribution. Thank you very much. All right. Um, my evangelist say is a danger if he passes 16 years in a relationship. So, for example, 40 years should be talking about getting married to someone who's 20, plus to 30. And the age gap is not going to be that much because there was a impending danger, as he said. Let me hear from another person. Hello. Today, let's talk. Hello. What is your name?
My name is Ewa. Good evening.
AY, you're welcome on board. How you doing today?
I'm good.
Okay. AY, go ahead. So, we're talking. Are you there, AY? Aha. All right. So, we're talking about what impact does a significant age gap have on a relationship? Would you marry somebody older than you or too younger than you, like 16, 20, or less than? Let me hear your take. Hello. What is your name?
Yeah, my name is Anointed from Ejimo.
Anointed, the anointed man. Hallelujah. Praise God. Can we please take offering, Anointed? Can we take offering on your behalf?
No.
No offering. No tithes.
Okay. No time.
Oh, seriously? Okay. No problem.
People are still fighting to eat.
So so they should
So
pay,
the college one they have is this thing.
Are you serious? Go ahead, Anointed. You have said it all.
I am enjoying this program.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that in every relationship that a man finds himself, it depends. The reason why I said it like that, some men can be in love or try to marry somebody in their age with their own reason. A woman who is humble, no matter her age. But for some men, for you to marry somebody in your age, the issue there is that sometimes we see them as if there is more problem if you are you want them. That is, they are afraid of some men. There, according to me, I'm married with 2 kids.
Okay.
I didn't, though I love my wife, though I didn't look into it because of her humble. So today I'm still calling her unique because she's a wonderful woman. So I passed her with just 3 years. But
And 3 years is not that bad now.
mhm.
3 years is not bad now. 3 years is okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's okay for me like that.
so in this particular marriage you have,
Yeah.
it's just 3 years gap. What significant impact has it made? You talked about that she's a good woman. Yes. You guys don't have issues about age gap. There's no issue about, you don't sometimes, sometimes when she talk, you don't tell her, I should know you 3 years old. Be careful. You don't say those things, right?
Mrs. Neka.
Oh, Mrs. Ineka. Oh, Mrs. Oh, yeah. So sorry. You're welcome on board.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me ask you. You're a man. You're a matured man, eh?
Am I matured? I'm a young guy. Very young.
Yeah. I know. Imagine we're a 50-year-old man, eh? Got married to a girl, not now a lady, a girl of 14 years. Like a former Zamfara, it's now like a Zamfara governor, Governor Yerima.
No.
Married a 14-year-old girl. Right between you and I, and all other listeners. A 14-year-old girl has seen full nakedness of a man. The answer is no.
Alright.
Yes. Still have, imagine just what is ground on your table there, the impact or whatever the relationship. Just imagine a 14-year-old girl get married to a 50-year-old man. Just use it as a case study.
Okay.
Because as far as I'm concerned, a 14-year-old girl has not seen a full nakedness of a matured man.
Yeah.
I mean, in the 80s, though, not girl of
I know. Girl of today,
Yeah.
they are gone. Pro. They have gone
just
Pro
imagine
Max.
it. Imagine it. Okay, imagine where the man will be calling the girl, come and do what? The girl will be crying. The girl will be crying. So that's what I want to put some very special here.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, what about Goze?
Gose took a trip.
He's no longer with you?
Yes, he's no longer with us here, and
so
he has
okay.
gone for a trip.
Okay. And I have a good night.
You too. Thank you so much for calling in, and thank you for bringing this to the fore. I understand where you're coming from. Thank you.
All right, good.
So, I mean, 50 to 14, 13, 14 is not, naturally, the normal adult age for, is 18. So, I mean, if the girl crossed 18, who could say that? I don't know the reason. Well, I can't start talking about culture, religion, whatever. And that's why certain things cannot be said. It's crazy. All right, 0700-903-903-903, 08171756338. The country somehow, Shah, and some people actually obey certain kind of laws, and then they dissipate, they circumvent and disobey certain kind of other laws. And the same Lord, some will obey. The same Lord, some will disobey. When it comes to their own, it's good, it's perfect. When then, it's crazy. There's no impact on that one. Hello, what is your name, please?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name?
My name is.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Melody. I'm calling from Moto.
All right, Melody, go ahead, please.
Please pardon me. I'm going to use this in English.
Speak, Maya. Boy. Speak, mango tree. No way, so don't anchor. Maybe anything, anyhow. We have anchored here, so go ahead. All right. So if you want to speak Pidgin, go ahead, my brother. All right. 0700-903-903-903 and 0817-175-6338. I like to pronounce this word. It's 0817-175-6338. That's what they say we should pronounce. Hello. What is your name?
This is Mrs. Kenny. How are you?
Yeah, Mrs. Kenny. I'm good. And how are you doing?
I'm blessed. Thank God. I'm looking for this.
All right.
So, this is a very, very interesting topic. And I'll be as brief as I can. God help me. And then I would, use some certain references. So, we're pretty much, so to say, the man being so many years older than the woman. As Mrs. Necker has brought to the fore, and previous callers. So I'm going to go from another angle. We all know Emmanuel Macron.
Oh, come on. What are you bringing that now, huh?
I mean, let's balance. Right?
Okay.
He's 20 years younger than his wife.
Well, I know about
and
that.
Then, yeah, and we also know Usher. Usher, his wife, I think is within that same range, right? Many years, older than him. So basically, this is my thought. When you're marrying, from the man's perspective, you're marrying a much younger woman. Most of the time, they're marrying the woman because maybe they want someone that they can, someone that can easily be moved around, someone that is young and fresh. I think once upon a time you all were talking about this with 16. So maybe that's what they're looking for, and so they go for the very young one. It's a general cheap. But what I'm going to now talk about is from the other perspective of the older. A man that marries an older woman, 9 times out of 10, is a very, very mature man and very focused. And he has a direction. Emmanuel Macron is an example of, when you marry a much older woman, number one, from the woman's perspective, age is just a number. And it's not a relationship of, control, or, it's mutually respecting, people respect one another in that relationship, appreciate one another and everything. It's not. So I'm thinking that when a man marries a much younger girl, he's looking for 16, that. But when a man marries a much older woman, he's looking more for stability, a partner, a strong support, and he's a very mature man. So it depends on what the people are looking for. Those are the pros and cons. And I haven't heard of any terrible experience. As a matter of fact, Joan Collins, also is so many years older than her husband. You know about Joan Collins?
Yeah.
I know. Those things happen, but the men are the ones that are very, very mature, and they're focused on the men that they're looking for.
So what you're saying is that it doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter in a relationship.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter in a relationship. And the main thing is understanding and deep-rooted love. And in a marriage, at a point in time, love doesn't just, see you through. There's stability,
Mrs.
strategy.
Kenny, Mrs. Kenny, your voice is a little bit cracky, so I think you should,
okay.
Maybe change the position of your mouth and speak.
Okay, is this better now? Or is this good practice?
Is this good? Go ahead. Of course, it's okay. It's brighter, so go ahead.
You have most of the time you have that in relationship where both of you are at par. Or I'm telling you, believe it or not, when the woman is older than the man, she's not directly running affairs or being at the helm, of everything. She's so submitted to her husband. The maturity in her can come out and, shine up like that, make them very successful. That's what I'm thinking.
All right.
So whichever path anyone takes, I wish them the very best. And I pray that God bless marriages and make them strong and fruitful, and they must flourish and secure and replenish them. And that the gates of hell do not prevail against them. That, they possess the gates of their enemies and exploit them when it's in Jesus' name. Amen. So may God bless Nigeria, God bless us, Nigerians, and God bless our resources in Jesus' name. Amen. Nice show.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Okay, so Mrs. Kenny said there's no problems. Age is not a butter number. How much does age matter in a relationship? How much does it matter? And when is the age gap in a relationship too much? When is too huge? Somebody said when it's beyond 16 years gap, 20 years gap is terrible. And then Mrs. Kenny's talking about the French president. Someone say his name is Macaroni. I pity that guy that said that. Macaroni, please, it's not Macaroni, it's Macron. Okay, so we all know that he actually got married to somebody older than him by far. But I don't know. This relationship thing is kind of like a ritual. You see, when people get married, they're married for a reason. I don't care if you say, Raheem, that's not true. They're married for reasons. They marry for things because is it that you actually get married to, for love, or you get married because you want to have a beautiful kids because the guy's beautiful, or guy's handsome, or the woman is beautiful. There is a thing. You must have something in your mind to get married to somebody. And this thing that they say spec or age and no age, people get married for reasons, bad or good. Some survive it. Some it succeeds them. They do well with it and all of this stuff, but some don't. So I'm asking, age gaps between partners can actually generate self-consciousness, okay? It can generate self-consciousness about one's relationship. It can do that about concerns that a relationship wouldn't work. And of course, hypersensitivity towards all these ideas about the appropriateness of a relationship. So in these cases, age gaps are actually observable, obvious. For example, a 15-year span or a 25-year span. Some people say it doesn't matter. As long as you get along, you understand themselves. Some men will want to get married to a younger, very younger, as you're looking at. How much does age matter in a relationship? What is your thoughts about this? Hello, what is your name, please? Hello? Hello. Name, please. What? God, okay, that's it. My God, I need prayers. All right, Pastor Samuel, you're welcome to the show as a first timer. I appreciate you. Please, we're talking about, I know you have a lot of things to say about this.
Yeah, we want to share in the presentation talking about age gap.
Yes.
In relationship.
Yes. When is the age gap? When is it too much?
A man is marrying a girl. It's a man and a girl affair.
Okay.
The man has to, as a matter of fact, grow with the girl. Because a man marries a girl. So if a man of 30 or 35 gets married to a girl of 20, it doesn't really matter so much. So what is important is maturity in both the girl and the man.
Okay.
I can tell you that there are some girls of 20 that is matured, even more than some women that are up to 40.
For real?
Maturity in reasoning, maturity in thinking, maturity in behavior, and all that.
Wow.
So if the girl is matured, well-groomed, well-nurtured by the parents, she can still fit into a marriage of a man of 35, 40.
So we're talking about 20 years old girl now, right?
Yes, and a man of 35,
35 for okay.
Yeah, but in my own case, I'm privileged to marry. I'm 3 years older than.
So you're 3 years older.
Yeah.
Okay.
In that relationship, it works very smooth because we think and reason alike. As fully matured adults who are educated and also exposed. So, in my own case, I don't have any issue because we are almost like age mates. 3 years gap is not much.
No, it's not.
But I know that it's better because both of you are on the same page, so to say. So if you have a mature girl who reasons well, who acts well, I mean, it's not too bad when the age difference is about 10 or thereabouts.
Okay.
So that's my case.
So when is the age gap so bad that you yourself, you wouldn't want to wed, somebody or couples where the gap is too much? When will you say no? This one is not good.
Well, like somebody was saying about Zamfara former governor Yerima,
Exactly.
maybe 58 or 60, marrying a girl of 14. That one is too bad. Too bad in the sense that at the age of that girl, I don't know whether she will understand what is marriage. I'm not too sure whether a girl of that age in a relationship with such a man who is very much older, exposed, a governor and all that, I'm not sure that the girl will cope in that kind of relationship. So that is too bad.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I understand. I understand where you're coming from now. So that means a man of 50-something, 60 shouldn't be talking about getting married to a girl of 14 years old. She's not even up to 18. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, man of God. I appreciate you. Okay. So this is your first time.
Yeah, I expect you would have already done for me.
I did. So now I want to tell you not to disappear and be a stranger.
Okay.
Always be part of the show. Welcome. I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so man, it's crazy. We're not really talk about other things like if you get married to a girl lower than that age, there's no education. Would you be able to get along? Because I personally can't have that kind of person that can have a profound discussion with me. I will just be getting angry. Hello, Madam Quality Love.
Good evening.
You're welcome.
Nice speaking with my family.
Yes, I know.
Once again.
You're welcome.
This is Madam Quality calling from Michi.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm always looking forward for this program.
Okay.
Because it's very, very interesting, educative. In fact, and the mature people that always call.
Yes, sir.
I'm learning from it.
Exactly. Thank you.
I want to learn my own voice.
Okay.
Contribute yes. I'm a married woman and with kids.
Okay.
So on this topic of this night, the age gap, what's the age gap that is okay in the marriage? From experience, my husband gave me 10 years. 10 years. As in, he senior me with 10 good years.
10 years?
And I have, 10 years.
Okay.
I have seen our sponsor, the people that sponsored our wedding, the man senior his wife with 20 years.
Wow.
Yes. But you know why I'm so happy about all these years. Some people, they will say I senior my wife with 2 years, 3 years. But because they are not, will I say they are not yet, they're still on the same page.
Yeah, the same page,
they are still on the age group. They are the same on age group. In the village, if you are like that, you are in the same age group. So you do not senior anybody. You guys are peer groups. So I want to, some of them, they don't understand themselves. They are still living on. There is a way the man, I said, the man is not yet, or the woman is not yet. When I want to marry my husband, I felt that he senior me too much. And this man will slap me when I'm talking or this. But I'm the one even enjoying it because sometimes he said you are still a kid. I will. Sometimes if where will you even start? So when you see that man has gotten it, that if you talk now, this man you respect yourself.
Are you serious?
Yes. When you see that your husband has changed it for you, I kukuma respect myself because there is no place, there is no angle that I will even withstand him. So it makes everybody look as in when I start, he will just calm down. When he starts, I will just calm down because there is no way I can fight him. And himself, you understand that there's no, if I touch you, now that he will die.
So, Madam Costa, I want to ask you a question now because there's something you said. You said when they're at the age,
if they don't understand themselves, it's not they are not living. There are couples that have that limit, age limit, that age limit. They don't understand themselves. If they don't, I have seen couple with age mates the same year, just that the man senior his wife with 3 months.
For
they
real.
live like brother.
So the thing I want to ask you, if does it mean that some women, when they know you're in the same age with your husband, they
will be proving exactly? They take it as an advantage.
Okay.
Yes, they take it as an advantage. What can you do?
Okay.
And some men even prefer to marry a woman that's senior them. A woman that's senior them because the woman will be even ashamed of herself. Yes. Likewise, then when a man senior his wife with gap of like 6 to 10 years up, then the man will not want to fresh muscle. You understand? So I have seen even this one that I'm talking about 20 years. If you see how this man is pampering his wife, you yourself will be envious. You'll be thinking, but their children are now grown up, but the man pampers the wife. Yes, in pampers. Even when I want to enter the marriage, I was thinking that I'm making a mistake. What if this man just catch me one day and give me? So I do not regret that age gap at all.
So you're saying that 10 years age gap is perfect for you?
5 years up is when the man senior his wife. 5 years at least. I'm not saying that 1 year, 2 years is not okay, but if you can manage, because there must be a respect. If the woman can respect her husband, there will be no problem. But once a woman start to raise shoulder, after all, how many years do you even use to senior me? So it becomes a problem.
Okay. So which one is higher? When the age gap in the relationship is high, is it 16, 20 or more?
I have the one I have seen is 20.
20.
But it does not mean when a man will sometimes some men are not married when they due to marry because from 30 years to 35 years, if you're a man that has more, at least whatever you are doing, you need to get a wife. But you will see some of our men 45, they are still single.
Me, I'm still single now, so me, I'm in that category.
Now you know waiting. So such men now, when you are married a woman of 30 years, you are not making a mistake. When you are married, yes, because the woman is now matured. The woman knows what is marriage. Not when a guy is 30 years is going to marry 12 years old girl.
That's not possible.
It cannot work now. Yes, it cannot work. So that is it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Madam Quality Love. Let me ring a bell for you. Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you. Hello, what is your name, please? And where are you calling from?
Hi, Mr. Ryan.
Yes, so who's there? Is it Big Prince? Big Prince, my man. What's up? How are you?
On your program, I've been calling you. Maybe the line is different.
Well, I'm taking calls from both sides, and so when I'm talking to the other side, I will not be able to talk to this one at the same time. So now I'm back to the line. After I will go back to the other line. I appreciate you. So, Big Prince, you're going to speak out so I can hear you clearly.
Actually, what you are saying now and what you are deliberating there now is something that they need to put heads together to understand actually the age gap. When you're talking about the age gap, how can you use a man of 50 years to compare a girl of 18 years? Don't you know the libido level of a girl of 18 years cannot correspond with a man of 60, 70 years?
Hmm.
I think to be a problem there.
Mhm.
As the girl is growing up, her libido level will be higher than the man because the man is going down according to the biology of the medical doctor. These are the area whereby when the man is rich and he keeps such a young baby at home, the man might not be able to satisfy the baby. That is actually how
Why?
it plays out. Now, secondly, it increases the rate of widowship because when a man of 70 years goes ahead to marry a woman of 20 years, because the woman will have 50 years, you can imagine 30 plus 70. Maybe the man has a very long span to live 100 years, when the woman will be around 50 years. Then what do you think? So all the whole thing will be turning around the lady that she has never enjoyed her life. And what she will be praying is let the man go so that she will be free enough to enjoy what she didn't enjoy at her childhood or at her teenage level.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm telling you the truth. Because a lot of this issue, periscope has been taken on from us to investigate some certain lady that you are rich men to know their whereabouts.
But a woman actually's sex value reduces when he's growing older, which we understand. But how do somebody cope with a girl of 15? Let's stop talking about. I know that the young girls of these days are so spoiled, but let's forget about that and focus on 18, 19, possibly 20 years old. A 17 years old getting married to a 20 or 21 years old. How is he going to cope? What is the marriage like? Is he looking for somebody to take care of his money, if he's rich or not? Of course, a girl like that wouldn't get married to such a person if he doesn't have a lot of money. That's one. Number two,
I call it selfishness. Honestly, to me, it imposes immaturity to that man. Because me looking at it, bringing to that girl to the world like this, a girl of 14 years, is very, very injurious. More especially when we talk about cervical cancer. It exposes some of them to cervical cancer. That's number one. Number two, when they form to sex, because it's not well educated about sex. And the man looking at it, if the girl lingers because of what it is, the chemical substances inside her responding to what she is now seeing inside. You know, you understand that she's not mature. If she lingers out with that same reason, now find out that there are other men that can do it harder than that man at all. There is bound to be a problem.
okay.
Yeah.
I
So
appreciate.
actually, when you look at it now, you begin to understand that no matter how wealthy the man might be, or especially in this kind of civilization we are, it is not in the civilization, it is now that the world has now entered into another level of age position, that you cannot understand that you cannot control that lady. And it is not by force for anyone to marry or anyone that is tired of getting married or that is in the marriage that now you can hold that person and say you must be in that marriage by fire by force. No. Any day that girl stands up and says, I am tired, there is no Jupiter or no law or anything that can tell her to come back to that marriage because she had the freedom of succeed.
All right.
Yeah. So don't encourage talk. It's very, very bad. Even God in the Holy Spirit give us wisdom.
Okay.
That wisdom, He allows us to use our wisdom. It's not everything that God will tell us to do.
All right.
But there are some certain things that we can use our wisdom to do.
Okay. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. So, I mean, I know that. Okay. I think I need to pick this call. Hello. What is your name, please?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Precious. I'm calling from Ikotu.
Precious from Ikotu.
Yeah,
Is
thank
this your
you very
first?
much.
Is this your first time on my show?
What did you say?
Is this your first time on my show?
Yes, this is my,
All right.
yeah.
I have a
This is
bell.
my first time.
Okay.
So,
I have a bell of
Yes.
blessing for you. I have a bell. Welcome you. Thank you so much for coming
Thank
on.
you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I didn't really follow the program when it started though, but I just came online now and I heard them. I just want to know, is it that he's acting based on our age, or he wants to be older than I am? And I'm feeling like, okay, you're 37, I'm 37, and I expect that, okay, you should understand me that let's just do things together. But he just wants to be bigger than me. But not like I'm not giving him that accolade like you are my husband. But I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make him understand that I feel
Like a
that
baby.
I'm free with. Yes, that's just the word. That's the word. Age mate, I would do this. I don't know, sir. Please, can you just put me through? Because he's not looking as if I don't have respect. And okay, take for instance, sometimes I'll be like, babe, can you help me go to the market? And you'll be like, okay, I'll go. Some other time you'll be like, you go this time. I'll say, please now, I want to do something, help me. Then the next thing starts getting angry, okay, I'm your houseboy, right? But I've seen relationships whereby, just like Madam Quality said, I've seen relationships whereby you will see the guy, the man, always, doing things. You will see people say this, she has jazzed him, she has done this. But when I try to ask questions, I realize that it's just love. It's just love. They just feel like she's my baby.
Yeah.
Let me just do this for her, But this particular person is always, hey, do this, hey, that. I don't know. Is it because we are age mates and he's the last born of his home? Me too, I'm the last born of my own home too.
Are you serious?
So, yes. So he was born March. Me, I was born in April. So probably a lot of things revolving around this age thing is really making him go gaga. I don't know what to do, please, sir. I don't know if you could put me through. Could it be the age that's always making him feel like I'm like sending him on errands, or he's feeling like he's a houseboy? That's what he used to tell me. But me, I'll tell him sometimes. I'll say, let's live like Oyibo now. What's the big deal? You say Oyibo, my
Yes.
we dey, we know the America. What they do? You went Benue girl. Just, so he both himself, man, they get their tricks when they play for person mind.
Yes,
like,
now.
So he doesn't like it, sir. I don't know what to do. Is it the age that is causing all this? So I don't know. Please put me through. And I love your voice. I love your voice.
Thank you.
You sound you have this healing tone. Like when we listen to you, you have just this soothing relief, like Tom Tom. Sure, you know how Tom Tom can give you relief from Tom Tom.
He's okay. Go ahead, Gospel. You want to say something about this?
Yeah, I want to say something. I don't know if I'm permitted to touch the last caller before.
Please
going
do.
what I want.
Please do. You're welcome. By all means. Yeah.
All right. Let me start by saying everything that has advantage also has disadvantage. You understand? Now, when you come to age of a thing, you and your husband are same age. You understand? It's like she's saying it. She sounds innocent. That is, she did not see anything wrong in that. Are you getting it?
Mm-hmm.
But the husband is affected. Is it because we are age mates? I want to ask you a question. If that man continued this lady, maybe with like 5 or 6 years, she would not send him to go to the market, even if she wanted him to. That is, she will use diplomacy, and the man will not even know that, will not take it that she's sending him an errand. On an errand, you understand? But that, she will not see anything wrong in Shebi is my husband. He should love me. If he loves me, he should do this for me. Are you getting it? I want her to understand that there is this ego in man. It is not pride. You understand? It's inborn. Every man, both little ones, this ego is in us. You understand? Now, that helped me go to the market and refer to it. At the time, the man will respond and go. Some other time, the man will not go. There, all these things work. There is an atmosphere you will be. The husband will not see that you are sending him on an errand. Are you getting it? He will do it. But some people will take it that is their right. Are you getting it? So that's why I'm saying that at this age of 18, has disadvantage and also advantage. If both of them are at the same age, even the woman did not say, after all, you are the husband, but we are the same age mate. We come in her, but she will not sense it out. Now, when you are dealing with your same age, remember there are some respect we get from when you are older that you will not get when you are the same age. That is normal. You understand? So she is not seeing it as something big. But come on, this is your husband. You don't have that right to do that. But you can. There is a way you will put it. That man will go to that market and come back joyfully. But when you see that I'm seeing other relationships that maybe their husband will go to the market and somebody is saying maybe he's holding this man with juju or something like that, and at the end you find that it's love. That love you are talking about, somebody paid price for that love. Are you getting it? So you are seeing people that thing is working for them, but you don't know how much sacrifice they have put into that relationship before it starts working. It's not manufactured automatically. Somebody paid the price of that thing you are seeing, that love you are seeing, that they are enjoying in that home. Maybe the woman or the man sacrificed and paid the price. You understand? So it's everything you see in a home will not work automatically in your own home if you do not pay the price. You understand?
Okay.
That is that. Yeah, and what I want to also contribute is this.
All right.
When you see a man of 50 years old or 60 going to marry a lady of 18 years, they said they are presented to they are young and also and all that. But it has disadvantage when they are getting old, because a man of 60 going to marry 18 years old lady or girl or 20 years old, remember, in another 20 years, the lady would have been maybe in her 8 years, you understand? The young lady. You that went to marry that person and you have to get, that is when you begin to see the disadvantage. So that is it, my brother.
Okay.
So we need to balance things.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, an overwhelming majority of couples share similar ages. Okay, and okay, so I'm gonna talk after this. Hello, what is your name?
My name is Christian Reinhardt.
Yeah, I got you now. I saw it, Christian. Chris, you're man. You're welcome. Okay. Why are you sounding so? Is it work?
It's work, actually.
I beg. I'm begging you. No way you're sounding. I don't really dig with it. Could you come a little bit alive, please?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, hi Ryan. Good evening.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah. All right. So, how have you been?
Not good, but we're looking out to God.
All right, and God is looking down on you
I'm
too.
telling you, man, that's one thing I appreciate about him.
Okay, so regarding this age-related issue, it's so from my experience, growing up when I used to attend jam lessons,
Okay, your
we
voice.
realized. Well, is it low?
Yeah, it's low.
Oh, okay. Let
Okay.
me increase it.
All right.
Is it better? Is
Yeah.
it better? All right. So when I was much younger, when we used to do
Better.
jam lesson that time,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we had a couple of our friends we really used to crush on, but we realized that they were more into the older guys than we that were within the age bracket. So
Okay.
it was something I didn't really understand
Mm-hmm.
until I grew older. So I realized that there are still some ladies out there. I know many of them who prefer the older guys.
Exactly.
And when you ask them, they'll tell you they are more matured, they are more understanding. I even know of ladies who still prefer to date married men. They'll tell you because the guys of their own age, they're just the word they use. They'll say they are useless. There's no compassion. Yeah, there's no compassion. That they are reckless.
Okay, they don't know how to romance, some would say.
Yes, they're just
They don't. They're just there. Okay, I get it.
exactly. So you still have women who think this way, and that's why you see some women would prefer the older guys. And one thing I understand about women is that a woman a woman works well when the person she's looking up to can provide leadership. If you can provide leadership, she would follow. Do you understand? So sometimes when you see
That's
people
a
within the
grown-up woman. What I mean, a grown-up, I'm talking about not even the age here. I'm talking about someone who's actually grown emotionally very strong and mature. Because, sorry, I'm just going to cut you because I know a lot of women, a lot of young millennials and Gen Zs who are actually don't have anything to offer, but they're looking for something else that, it doesn't blend. So the grown-up ones, the one that are grown up, you can say, and not the ones that are not grown emotionally.
Yes, and again, even these ones that are not grown emotionally, do you understand? Some of them tend to look out for men who are older.
Exactly.
But the reason why they can't even it's like a mosquito can't tell why I'm always drawn towards blood and not water. Do you understand? Until you now come to that realization that it's because of my genome as a mosquito. That is why I always want blood. So sometimes even these ladies who are not so matured, they still want the older guys, but they can't tell why they want the older guys until they get.
Yeah, I can tell you why. Some of them actually want the money. Number one, number two. Some of them actually want because they're romantic. Some of them, but it's not all the older guys that are romantic. They just like the maturity of. They just they see it as age is part of that thing that actually gives maturity. I mean, like that. That's what I see from my investigation.
That's true. So they grow up to that point when they realize that so this thing I've been pursuing all this while, although I didn't know it when I was younger, but actually now I understand the reason why I'm pursuing this. So I want men who can provide leadership, and that's one thing about women. So even if you are younger as a guy compared to a woman, as long as you can provide leadership, as long as she sees you as an authority in her life, she would always submit. So when you have some people, even in the same age bracket, sometimes they might conflict because when they put age at the forefront of everything, it now becomes a problem. Throw the age away. Do you understand? You look at what does this person, have that I can build on, or the next person have that I can build on. So for my understanding about women, they just want someone who can provide leadership. So if you're a guy and you have a lady, and you guys are always fighting constantly, I'm telling you, one, there is no respect. Two, she doesn't see you as someone she can submit to. It's just simple. If she can submit to you, she would do everything to please you. Even my pastor's wife told me one time, she said, the reason why I married my husband was because he's the one person I saw and I found that would tell me sit down here and I will sit because I'm a stubborn person.
Okay.
Yeah, she
True though.
actually said
So,
that.
so literally, what you were saying is better for you to be. It's better for the man to get married to. There should be a little age gap, right? Right. That's what you're saying, because
Yes, yes.
there might be a leadership. How did you put that again? So, but in the case of, I don't know if you listened to Precious, who called in, who was
Yeah, I
talking about
did.
that she wants to know exactly what's going on because she and her husband are having issues. The man is always saying that is it because we're mate? You're always, saying those things and blah 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 because they're age mates. As a matter of fact, just the difference is just a couple of months. So,
Yeah,
go ahead.
so the thing is, the problem, like I said before, I think the challenge is because he's seeing age as a barrier. So if I am, for instance, I'm a husband and I see that she respects me, she trusts my judgment. Do you understand? I'm not bringing age into our conversation. I think would actually flow very well. But I think maybe when he says do this and she fights back, he now says, "Oh, is it because we are age mates you're fighting back?" That kind of thing. I'm sure that kind of thing happens. And when there's a disagreement, he throws in the thought that, oh, it's like what the black Americans would do and say, "Oh, you're racist. Is it because I'm black?" It's not because you're black. Is it because I'm black?
That's it.
So
Emotional. That's emotional. What's it called it again? Emotional. What's it called?
Blackmail.
Blackmail. That's emotional blackmail. As a matter of fact, they do it a lot.
Yeah. So I think from what I heard from her, I think she's willing, but the guy needs to stop throwing in the age thing. He's just emotionally blackmailing her. Do you understand? Yeah. So it's just my understanding about this thing. So sometimes again, like the last caller said, the man who called, even I've seen men who are way older than their wives and they still maltreat them.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's about understanding. Do you
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
I speak to lots of men, even those older than me. I said, see, a woman is like an art. Do you understand? You don't rush into painting. You take your time. Her body is like a masterpiece. They appreciate it when you appreciate every single part of them. But when you just rush to do the do and you're out, you're done, but they don't feel happy because they feel you didn't take time to appreciate, that kind of thing. So that's where the maturity comes in. Being able to understand her emotionally, being able to lead her when she's confused, you know what to say. Even when she's arguing with you, you're the most quiet amongst all. And she just comes down like, oh, okay, he's not even shouting with me. Then she comes down. That's that maturity. So regardless of age, do you understand? Understanding the opposite gender, providing leadership, directing is very, very important.
All right. But I appreciate you. Appreciate you for calling in. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Christian.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay, so for me, I think there's nothing wrong in, Precious asking her man to help her do something in a good way. Maybe the man is kind of like her. We have a lot of people like that. I know a couple of people like that who are very cultural. They're very indigenous people. And you greet them. If you say hi to them, you're in trouble. That's a particular one, and he's listening to me from the UK right now. He's not based here. If you say hi to him, you are in trouble. You have to greet him, good morning, good evening. You have to do it like the African way. You don't do it, it's a problem. But I feel, Treasures, your husband, I know a lot of people are going to talk about this, your issue, but then, of course, let me go ahead to say my own. I know that, your husband definitely have that in his mind. That has been in his mind, and maybe also you need to show him that you're like a baby to him. It doesn't matter. The age is not there. The age is sometimes age can play tricks in our minds, no doubt. But if you can actually always emphasize, if you can always emphasize on you being a baby And, it wouldn't be a problem. Okay, so okay, let me take a couple of calls up in here. Hello.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening, Chief. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Fortunatus from Ago.
Okay. You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank God.
Okay, so the other guy, let me just start from him because he said something he did mention, and he mentioned leadership a couple of times. I really don't think leadership in the terms of like life coaching, that kind of stuff is actually what most women listen to.
Okay.
Now, these women want like a deeper connection. Okay. You could say at a different level, romantic, but I think that's how deeper you're able to connect with her. Like if you can connect with a girl, treat her the way that she wants, she likes, a girl will be like a baby to you, and whatever you say, she will just follow through. Then look at what Madam Quality said. Like a matured somebody who is just talking to us from the school of experience. Like when the husband is like, hot, she can say, oh, just calm down, Then when she's now hot too, the husband understands it and he drops down a bit. This is not what you likely see among people that are young, like that do not actually have like a wide age difference. I know mistakes personally that I made that when I look back and I'm like, hey God, how did I mess up like this? Now I can see better, and if I had the chance of going back to those relationships, man, but I could have been with the best woman I could have ever been with,
Okay.
So what I have to say to the girl that actually complained, I like what the other guy that spoke immediately after her said. He talked about, we know it's a common denominator amongst men,
Okay.
especially African men. Okay, keep that aside. My advice to her is, one, she should know that because of that age, that closeness in their age, the guy is threatened already. He's threatened already. Like this struggle for the king of the forest, sort of, you're already a challenge to him. Like consider like when you're married to a lady who's like smarter than you, or who's like more educated than you, which is most of the time you see issues amongst couples that maybe the lady is more educated than the man. Maybe the man is like a trader, there will always be different levels of understanding, and the way they process things will be quite different. The man will always be struggling, even when the wife should be a blessing. Because of that edge the man is feeling, the man will always like to force himself on the woman. Some will say being manipulative. But then, I will say to the lady, because of this, which could be seen as a phobia or as a fear, what she could do is to try to step the man up to that level where the man is comfortable. Yeah, I am the man. Just let him feel like a king. If you know the kind of names or things you can say to him to really like rub off on his ego,
Exactly.
to like make him feel full of himself.
Yeah.
See, for most ladies, especially the ones that we have now, who try to be more aggressive than the man, because most of the time when I watch what is being shown to us on our TV screens in Nollywood, the way ladies will walk up and like talk and even slap, I'm like, hello, it doesn't happen in real life. But most of our young generation will think this is actually how it goes.
Okay.
You don't need that to a man, especially an African man. For ladies, you guys have what I call an unmechanical advantage over men. So you need to explore that unmechanical advantage. Men have mechanical advantage over you people. let him stay there. Come back to where you can mess him up, where he's not skillful at operating. That's where you actually hold him, and he will kneel down to you and beg for anything. So let her make sure she tries to make him feel that he's on top. That's actually what that guy needs, said. A more matured man will always approach or treat a much younger girl better than a man who's like of the same age grade with the girl. And which is also why most ladies will prefer to go and date married men and leave the single guys. It's not just because of money. I understand. It's because it gives one of you comfortable. So it's not about, it goes beyond leadership. If you can tune a girl's ear, if you can talk to a girl or tune into the girl's emotion and mind in a way that you control the girl, that's with the same language and key that opens the girl's emotion, the girl will really relax for you. It's all about maturity, romance, and deeper connections with the girls. Let them feel too comfortable with you, and you've always flow with them. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling in. What's that your name again?
Fortunatus.
Fortunatus Hugo Davy.
You're right, absolutely. Thanks for that.
All right, now, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it. All right, more calls are coming in. I want to hear from you. Hello, what is your name, please?
This is Mr. Christian calling from Shasha.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, in issue of marriage, the other time we talk about marriage, I said one thing that I understand in African marriage is sometimes the communication gap, the communication is not flowing as it's supposed to.
Okay, so we are talking about the age gap.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
So sometimes, like in this part of the world, when a guy marry a woman who is older than him, they see that guy as somebody who do not understand what he is doing, but we prefer the guy will be older than his wife. At least, let's say about 15 years, 10 years is okay. You understand? But sometimes, if the gap is too close, before you know, the husband begins to see the wife as, like, this my wife is not my match. You understand? Like some of our women, when they begin to give birth, maybe you see a woman of maybe the man is 30, the woman is 25. Maybe before the woman give birth like 3-4 times, you'll be thinking, it's like this. My wife is too big for me. For them to even hold her, carry that, to showcase her as their wife, let people know that this is my wife. I love her that much. They won't. They prefer to go look for side chick outside there because they feel that their wife is becoming too fast for them to kudo or to take her out as a wife. You understand?
Yeah.
That is why sometimes some of the women will say their husband see them as old woman. You understand? This part of the world. So to me, I feel at least if the age gap is like 15 years, when the man sees his wife as, at least my wife is still a small girl, she's still young, we can still do this, we can still do things together, we can go places together. You see the man will be proud of his wife. But when the age gap is very close, before you know, he will be seeing his wife as if he's seeing his mother. You understand?
Okay.
So to me, that is how I see it. So sometimes, if the age gap is long, at least there are some men. Maybe you see some men. Maybe they married their first wife. Maybe a 5 years gap. Before you know, they want to marry another one. This one, no, I need somebody much younger. Before you know, they want to marry. That's why I think some men will marry 4 to 5 wives because they're looking for younger one, just to, And when you see their first wife, they will not like to go places with them. They prefer going with the younger one. Even when they invite them for party, They like to go with the younger one.
For real.
When they want to go for a ceremony, they like to go with the younger one. You understand? So that is one thing I understand in it. We guys, we African men, we when we like me. Let me use myself as an example. So my first wife, when I married her, I was 30, she was 20. But at the time, she was taller than me, she was fatter than me, and based on issue of childbearing, there was no child for the past. We stayed for about 10 years, no child. By that I was 40. But I was dating one girl of about 20 years by then. The girl get pregnant. I later married her, and the girl is about 25 now. I mean myself, I'm about 45 now. But I prefer her than my wife by then. That's my first wife, which I married that time because apart from issue of age, she even when my wife got to know that I have a side chick outside, he was calling her a small girl. So you don't call her a small girl. She understands me more than you. Before I talk, she understands. When I blink my eyes, she understands.
Are you serious?
That one that I married for, at least maybe sometime we'll say, okay, let's sit down and discuss. She will not want to let me, take decisions. She want to force me, want to force decision on me. Even when I say, no, this thing, do it this way, she want to do it her own way. You understand? Okay. And before you know it, argument will come. Before you know it, fight will start. So if you marry a woman who the age gap is not much, sometimes they look down on you as in what you do. Some even tell their husband that you don't know anything. Look at how you are doing something as if like you understand?
Okay.
As a man of something, if you are even when you are in the presence of your friends, they will still tell you the same thing. You feel embarrassed. Your wife is just embarrassing you. Don't mind him to know whether you are in public or not because she feels that after all you are nothing to her. The age gap is not much. There's nothing you can do that she cannot do. There's nothing you can say that she cannot. Even that she use abusive words on you, not minding that she's abusing the husband. But if you marry a younger one, before she tell you something, she must reason that no, this my husband is apart from being my husband, that respect will be there.
Okay.
But sometimes when the age gap is not much, that respect is not there. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you. Okay, so a lot of people are actually saying this, and I'm gonna pick a call. I'm getting a sign from from Madam Quality Love coming back. I want to say something, but if you guys can give me a little time for me, let me just up to a little bit. Okay, so Madam Quality Love is back up in here. I think she's got something to say. Let's go.
Yeah, thank you for having me back. If I had gone further through education, I would have been a marriage counselor.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But it does not. Sometimes it does not stop me. Education does not stop me because the experience is there.
Yeah.
The only thing is how do I organize so that people. I'm talking from experience. I'm not talking general what I don't know.
Yeah.
This is my 14 years in marriage, so I think I have gotten some experience that bad and good.
Okay.
And the ones I can I have to advise somebody, not even because of my marriage. It just like God. I don't know. God just gave me it's just like a gift. I can advise somebody, but when I need advice, I don't get it. But whenever I advise somebody, if you heard me and put it in work, you must surely come back.
Exactly.
Sure, that is. I have seen that it's part of my work.
Exactly.
Yes. So, first of all, about that lady that called after my call.
Yeah, Precious.
I want to tell her something. I just want to give her a secret. This secret, she has to pay for it. But because of this VOP family, I'm giving it out for free.
For free.
And when because I want everybody, especially this our VOP family, those people that are in marriage, I want us to enjoy our marriage. I want things to be very good for us. If I see somebody that is passing through a lot or the marriage is not good, I'm not happy. So let me just drop a word for her.
Okay.
You see, in that marriage, she is the pillar. If she want that marriage to work, it's in her hand. If she want, yes, he understands. He understand me, and he teach me some things that I need to be doing for her, for him, and I learned it, and I will start living together.
Okay.
Sometimes my husband will take the kitchen. I will just relax on the bed. He will just enter the kitchen. And if you eat his stew, you will not believe that it's a man that cook it. Why am I saying so? It's not because he wanted to cook it, but I feel that the way we are living, the way we are. Sometimes when he's angry, I know how to manage him. When I'm angry, he know how to manage me.
Yeah.
So let that lady mellow. Don't because your earning is more, you'll be directing, making him to feel like a boy. No, there is a way you will send.
Okay.
You will send your husband an errand. He will not see as if you are commanding him. He will not see it as anything. He will go with happiness. There is a way that you will send a man a message. He will tell you if you don't, or when a visitor come, don't send your don't send your husband the message. Don't let them know that this man can do this thing for you. No. Unless if you are not well, if you are okay, if you have a visitor, do like a woman. Don't show them that you can command this man and he will obey you. Let that respect be there for him. Thank you so much, and good night.
All right, Madam Quality Love, thank you so much. We're going to be doing this job together. Nice one. All right, so for Precious, I will say, in addition, I don't think that Precious was actually trying to command Amanda, but if it's that way, then first of all, I think what you need to do is to have a conversation with him. In relationship, in marriage, in any ship, there is she just told me now that she does not command. So is possibly maybe the way she said it, she said she's serious, that she doesn't. I'm seeing your message. He said he's serious, that she doesn't command the man. He's just asking please, because it's like she's that kind of person who likes all this Oyinbo kind of stuff. Yes, you can do it. You can do that. Go ahead, Precious, send a VN real quick because I'm about to close. Okay, she says she's just a happy. She says she's just a happy soul. She's so happy. She's a kind of happy soul, happy kind of person, and she likes to get along. She's a jumpy kind of person. She's always speaking her mind, and that kind of person, some people will misregard or have a misconception about the way she relates to people. But maybe the man is that kind of person who's indigenous, maybe the kind of person who like culture, who, that kind of person that don't send me, And she also, the way I'm seeing it, is that kind of person who likes to do, just, pet me, I pet you, we'll love ourselves, we'll do things for ourselves, and not necessarily, anybody becoming slave. You can actually help me and do things, what they do in outside there. I mean, the developed countries where the man takes the trash, go throw it away, sometimes come to the kitchen, help the wife do things, and it doesn't really matter, all of that stuff. I know it's a different thing altogether here, but then I will advise her to have a conversation with her husband. Precious, have a conversation with your husband and ask him one question. And this is the question, honey, with a very soothing, sweet voice, okay? Just with a sexy voice, Ask him, honey, is there anything I'm doing wrong that you don't like? Just tell me. Please tell me, is there anything I'm doing wrong? Do it in a very subtle, with your subtle, sweet, sassy, sexy voice. Be sensual, okay? Precious, be very careful. Be very, very careful. Send your VN because I'm about to close. Okay. She's a happy person. Yes, she says so. But then, of course, try and talk to your husband. Ask your husband, if there's anything you're doing wrong, there's anything you can do for him. What does he like? What are the things that he love to be happy with? Well, what are the things he like? Just try and hear him. Let him pour out his heart to you, precious. Okay, it'll be better like that. There's too many things I want to talk about, but for those saying that it's good to marry a younger person, yeah, well, you have your own opinion. But let me tell you, I have asked and done feasibility studies and checked since 2014. I find out that somebody who is an expert and statistics said that for a lasting marriage, try marrying someone your own age. That's what someone said. And this is a professional in the game. Even a 5-year-old or a 5-year age difference makes a couple 18% more likely to get divorced. This is what I heard. And compared to a couple born on around the same year. So some people say that there are many predictions of success of marriage. Among them, the having the money, the one that have money or children, and the length of time a couple spends dating before they even tie the knot. Another big predictor, though, is age, which we're talking about. And the closer a couple is when it comes to their respective birth years, the greater their chances of avoiding divorce. So, in other words, some people are saying that when you marry your age, it is 18% more likely. When you marry your age, it's more likely that you're not going to get any divorce. There won't be any problem. But when you have 5-year or other ages, they say it's 18% more likely to get divorced. But some of us are also saying that if you get married to younger ones, I understand all of your thoughts are good. In other words, according to Mrs. Kennedy said, age is but a number. Age is just a number. If you understand yourself and you have the emotional maturity, you can get along. There's nothing wrong with that. You can get along. A guy gets married 10 years ahead, a woman is 20 years even ahead of her, but it's just the understanding. What are you seeing? What is your spec? And because right now, everybody's saying different. You talked about same age is not good. Some say get married to younger ones. It'll be better. And I understand that Precious husband actually might be thinking because they are almost the same age or that's the same age. That might be. But that is not exactly what it is. I think what Precious would need to do is to ask her husband, what exactly do you want me to do? What exactly do you want? What do you want? What do you want? How do you want me to behave? This, and hear him. What exactly? Ask these deep questions. And then you see him point out his heart to you. From there, you know exactly what's going on and what to do. Okay? Now, we have been talking, for those who just tuned in, we've been talking about, age gap. And for me, I think this age gap thing doesn't really matter for some people. Some people say it does. Some people say, but it's not. It doesn't make any sense when a 50 years old, 60, 70 years to get married to a 14 years old, which I don't look at as something that is good, because the age, even though I know there's a crazy girls, Gen Z these days, they're crazy, but at the age of 18 up, from the real adulthood, when did the child become an adult? From 18, right? Fine. So in that 18, she getting married to an adult person, somebody older, 50, will be a little bit disturbing. Some of us, we don't see it as a problem. But I can tell you that I know a couple, okay, 50 something, 20, 21, 23, okay, they're having issues. They don't have children. The girl is complaining that a man can't satisfy her because he's weak, and her libido is quite stronger, and she's always looking forward to be able to go back to see the younger friends, to see if she'll be able to complete what she started. I don't know. But these things differ. Okay. It does differ. Where some people love to get married to an older or elderly guys because a certain notion, but it doesn't matter. We still see them have issues. So whether you are actually getting married to the same age, the same age bracket, or 10 years, or let it be something that you can tame. Let it be that the person you're getting married to is emotionally strong and mature. That's what it is. So I mean, you can say age is number, but people still look at the age thing. Now, if you get married to somebody who's younger, who doesn't like me, I mean, what ticks me? Intelligence. I want to talk to somebody that is very intelligent. I want to talk to somebody that's talented, creative. I want to talk to somebody that is not impulsive. I want to be able to have something to do with somebody that is not impulsive, that is not temperamental. These are the things you need to check. And then, not because the person is older or because the person is mature, as you see the person mature, because what you are beholding is different from somebody else's, what somebody else is seeing. You know. So make sure you get a right deal before you're tying it out, because this is an issue at a particular relationship messages I got, and now I had to come up with an age gap difference so people can learn. Some people say younger better. Some say if you get married to your age bracket, you're going to have issues. I don't think that's even the issue, because I've got a professional told me that when you marry your age, it's even better. It's even better. But then some people say if you marry somebody you're, it's still also good, because they look at you and respect you. They feel like a baby to you, and you feel like mature, because in Africa All right. Okay. I think okay. All right, so I gotta go. Seriously, I will not be able to play the voice note. Yeah, well, but we've been able to talk about your issue, Precious. So all you need to do is just go and talk to your husband and ask him what exactly does he like, what does he want you to do, what exactly does he feel, how do you want you to behave. Ask him those questions. Those very polite questions can actually make him, and before you ask him a question, cook him something, give him a gift, and play with him, possibly in the other room. In the other room. Do whatever you want to do and do that before you ask the question. For your opinions, thank you for your for your thoughts, and every one of you that called in. I appreciate you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Okay, let's do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow is Women's Wednesday, so tomorrow is actually dedicated to women. We'll talk about everything and anything that's got to do with women, and then we've been talking about so many things. So you just tune in, get your sisters, get your brothers to also be part of it, to understand exactly what women is, what needs to be, and then again, I think that's about it. I just get, distracted. Okay, so tomorrow, I'll see you again. Terrence, or you can call me King Ra. See you on the next one. And God bless. Belated.